Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
It started with the discovery of these anomalies, the artifacts.
They're like nothing we've ever seen, Keeper. Gravitational distortion, sub-audio harmonic sequencing, unidentifiable energy fluctuations.
I caught half of that. So, these things are unusual? Even in your experience? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe, beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here.
I know it's a stretch, but we hope you can help us.
I think I can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path of discovering its meaning. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more.
Let's hear the story then. There must be more to it.
In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun, and he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code, a way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave?
Infinitum addendum, that's an odd saying, very specific.
Yes, something must be there. I just can't put my finger on it. Maybe the answer will become clear when we have more. The House of Enlightenment and Varun have versions of this story.
Talking to the House of Varun seems like a mistake, very dangerous.
Oh yes, typically. But there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I've visited her a couple of times. Hopefully, she'll be willing to talk to you as well. And if you need directions to the Enlightened, they have a branch in the well helping the poorest citizens of New Atlantis find a better life for themselves.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
All right. Let's roll out. Talk to the prisoner first.
Nice hat.
That's not where I want to go. Not sure if this is where I want to go.
You might want this. Got a minute to chat?
That Gal Bank are out of control.
Not sure if those Varun zealots live in space or got separated from their home planet or what. But they scavenge what they need. Lots of old facilities left over from the colony war, and they like to pick them clean.
Welcome to the House of Enlightenment.
I wanted to talk to the prisoner first, actually. It made it seem like he was in the lodge.
Listen, you risked your life to save me. I keep wondering if that made it harder to save Sarah, too. I've replayed those moments in my mind over and over. And you need to know that you did what a leader does. And if it had been me instead of her, I would feel at peace knowing that she made it.
It was a difficult choice.
I know. And I can't say it's the best choice, but nevertheless, thank you. I don't know if you're ready to talk or if you need 20 years to get to that point, or if you never want to talk about it again. But I just want you to know that if you do, I'm here for you.
I'm at peace with my decision.
I'm not sure that I am, but maybe in time that will change.
I'm just relieved that we didn't lose more people.
Of course. Could have been so much worse. We are all constellation. When a star goes nova, it can destroy everything nearby, or it can nourish a new era of planets and life and everything that goes with it. The galaxy is littered with the deaths of so many brilliant, wonderful stars. But if stars never went nova, then we wouldn't be who we are now.
We all knew that death was a risk when we joined Constellation.
Still doesn't make it easier for anybody. Even you. But you did what you had to do. We all know that. Sarah was our leader. She was a light in Aja's eye, and she kept everything together. She would tell you right now that this was not your fault. She would want us to focus and solve this problem together.
You're right, we need to focus on the real issue, the hunter.
Yes, we need to expect it and prepare. You know, we're fortunate. Constellation brought us all together and we're all better for it. If we're going to set things right, it's going to be because of that. Hey, Dusty. If you're ever thinking to yourself, I could really listen to Barrett's dulcet voice right now, then instead of dreaming about me, stop by and say hello.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. We gotta go inside the UC security place.
I know people say it's a scam, but I really think I should give.
Problem?
Yeah, your lips.
A visitor? I have all the company I need.
I know you've talked to Keeper Aquilus about the Veyron faith.
He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask more incessant questions.
He sent both of us to ask more incessant questions, actually.
The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more, no less.
Keeper Aquilus spoke of a pilgrim. I need to know more about him.
You don't need to tell us. We just figured it would be better to ask you directly than to take a second-hand account of your words.
Yes, I have spoken to your keeper about this. I will tell you what I told him, and then you will leave me. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan. The unbeliever says, remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy and delivers the killing blow. That is all.
There must be more to your god than just killing.
Strength and conviction show your worthiness to the Great Serpent. The kill is not as important as showing there is no doubt. I grow tired of speaking. Leave me.
Hey, if you have time, I've been thinking about some things. Wanted to talk to you about it.
Let's see. Looks like you're logged as some kind of cyber expert.
Exploring the galaxy is hard work. Trust me, I know.
Alright, now let's go to the House of the Enlightenment and see what they got to say.
Got a minute to chat? Maybe a few minutes. Probably not hours, though. But no guarantees. Here, this is for you.
For me? Thanks.
Yes, of course it's for you. Anyway, I figured you might have a use for it.
Got some ideas?
I bet you do. And if not, well, you can always try to sell it. If I see anything on our next expedition to a planet, then I'll hang on to it for you.
Alien stir fry? That's it?
Chance.
Let me know if I
Alien
can help
stir fry? Are you for real, Barrett? I saved your life and you give me alien stir fry. Unbelievable.
We run a number of social programs, from financial aid to food banks. If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can. Oh, you're not? Sorry. Can I help you?
Keeper Aquilus sent me. I need to talk about the pilgrim.
The Unity Pilgrim in particular, if that rings any bells.
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity Pilgrim, but since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilus is describing.
Let's hear it.
A man walks into the first house of enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of two that.
Maybe there's a hidden message in what he was saying?
Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again.
Do you tell us anything else about unity and what it means?
Besides what the Keeper would say about it? Sounds like a gathering point, or a center. Or in mathematics, it would mean one, like the one, the first or the beginning.
Thank you. I've got a lot to think about.
Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate.
Hey,
And mathematics
if you
is
have
considered
time,
the
I've
one.
been thinking about some things. Wanted
We
to
just
talk
talked like 18 bajillion times, Barrett. What do you want, man?
I've been meaning to thank you for helping me with the Crimson Fleet before. I could have handled it myself, of course, but it's good working with a team.
You're welcome.
It's good to be part of a team, isn't it? To be part of something so much bigger than any one of us. So many things can go wrong out there. Working with people you can trust is important.
I agree.
That's why I've been in Constellation so long. It's good to have people who will help out when you're in a jam.
Glad to be part of the team.
Just wait till we get matching shirts and start having official cookie days.
Barrett, relax. Charming, but no thanks.
I'm guessing gourmet chunks days are out of the question then. Don't worry, I'm just joking. Constellation is so much more than that. Speaking of which, your work with Constellation has been impressive. Truly impressive.
Thank you.
Just figured I'd mention it, since we haven't had much time to chat before. You know, being a member of Constellation has given me a lot of opportunities, and a fair bit of stress, I'll admit. It's hard to imagine just who I'd be had I never joined up.
Don't be sucking your
I would have
finger
never
in
done
front
so
of me.
many things.
That's weird.
Met so many people. It's mind-boggling how different I would be. And I never would have met Irvin. Or lost him, I suppose.
It's impossible to know what could have happened.
That's right. We can't know the consequences of the choices we never made, and anything beyond that is imagination alone. But for the choices we made, it feels just a bit closer, doesn't it? Irvin's been gone for over 20 years. Strange how memories can pop up when you least expect it.
You want to talk about it? I'm here for you.
Oh, I've been giving myself nothing but space and time for years. But maybe it's time for me to really think about it. Well, maybe I'll take you up on that offer later on, Captain. I need some time to think about things. On that note, I think I'd do well to distract myself with a little adventure for a bit.
Complete 30 activities. Nice. Good. Is he gonna shush now? Dusty, Dusty, let me talk to you, son. Why can't I go through there? That's good, damn. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Is there a type of weapon combat
I literally can't click on it. Why?
You're in the Vanguard, right? Okay. Thanks for your service.
That is convenient. But riding right after eating can give you stomach aches.
Whoops. Ugh. I'm so used to just pressing escape and having that completely take me out of the menu. Not like, and then back into the gameplay. Not like just further back into the different menus.
Galbank really wants the UC to know who's holding the purse strings, you know?
Well, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought?
The Enlightened story used the words second and two.
Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system. What else did you learn?
I spoke to the Varun Zealot. She said Janan fought 4 times over 120 days.
If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. Was there anything else?
Hey Akali. I never realized you had an account. It's a second account. It's been like forever since I've seen you streamed. It's been like since 2016. You followed my MochaMassiah live account? Welcome to this account. Technically, this is my first account. MochaMassiah Live was the account that I had because I tried to have a different name at one point, and doing that way back in the day required having a second account. And then I forgot all about this first account.
So much to ponder.
And then I eventually got
Sometimes
access to
it's
this.
difficult to know where to start.
Yeah, I've been playing on this account since probably 2016, 2017. I did on my MochaMassiah live account on the title section of the stream. If anybody were to go to my channel, I did put new account and then the name of it. That's crazy. I don't remember you, but nice to see you. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for following. I appreciate it. Yeah, what would your old... You have a different username? What was your old username? In your story, the pilgrim contemplates infinitum addendum. That must mean something.
Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? Let's see.
Bloodstained
We have
child?
something that could be coordinates.
That sounds
Something
familiar.
that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system?
I don't really
Infinitum
remember
addendum.
Ahiko-chan, but Bloodstained Child, that sounds
What if
familiar.
they break down the parts?
Nice to see
No
you.
systems named
Thanks for coming
finite or
by.
had. That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's certainly how I feel.
Indum? That's the name of a star system. Oh.
Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum, at 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the pilgrim's resting place. And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to
I
guess
see.
what it was,
What have you been up to, Akali?
what interpretation would you give it?
Accountage? There's something sacred out there, bringing everything together.
Ah, but what makes something like that holy? Gravity is also a force that brings things together. Should that be sanctified?
Oh. Well, I do have Nightbot. Uh-oh, whoops. Yes, gravity is a miracle, just like itself.
And so you think this word unity describes a similar miracle?
Nice. Nice. Congratulations on your affiliate.
The processes of the universe are all in accordance with some greater intent.
Now, I thought a miracle was something unexplainable and magical. But we know a hell of a lot about life and gravity. Any other miracles you want to discuss? Like fire, lightning, or minor sports victories?
Well, I won't
Shut up,
keep you any
Barrett.
longer. This has been fun, I have to admit. Go, find your truth.
Last time I watched you live was you were playing WoW. Yeah. I still play WoW. I still play a lot of WoW, but I do a lot of variety now too. I have a whole ass Discord, which is there's a lot of information in there. I have a lot of links to the different playthroughs I've done, and I post a lot of stuff there for the stream. Yeah, it was very peculiar. I found this account. It just like clicked in me. I'm like, this account, I found it. It's got the same name as me. Nobody would have this name but me, which was MochaMassiah, with an E, not an A. And I was like, there's no way people have this account. So I spent like 4 hours one night trying to get this account back. And like I did, and I'm like, I knew it. This was my first account. And then, because I was going through a phase of rebranding, I didn't like MochaMassiah Live anymore. And, I wanted just MochaMassiah, because that was my online alias throughout high school. It sounds and feels and looks better. So I finally got it back, and I've been just streaming on it ever since. So yeah, but I went. There was a good like 1 year period of time where I tried going really hardcore as a tank in WoW, and I sucked pretty bad at it. But the people weren't really nice about it that I was raiding with.
Every time I
So that kind of sucked. and then that was also
Can't really explain why.
doubling up with it also doubled up with Blizzard going through the lawsuits and stuff at the time. So I stopped playing WoW for like 6 months just because I couldn't.
It's
And
good
then
to
I
be
came
home,
back
right? Okay.
last year in April.
Hand me.
Just played casually as a tank, and then I switched to DPS earlier this year. And just was raiding casual, and now I'm actually doing a little more hardcore. I have a team in the guild that I've been with for a while now. A raid team, and they're gonna do a little more
Breathe in
mythic
that
raiding.
technically suitable air.
So I'm gonna try that for this season. And as DPS has been a lot, I've had much more fun. So. Oh, there's an ad. Rip ad. I'm sorry. Where are we going here? You know what? We could probably set course. There it is. Welcome back. Stellar cartography. Visit 20 star systems. What was the last thing you heard me say? I think I just leveled up again. No, I didn't. The screen is flashing a lot for me. Can you try refreshing? Because I'm not having that issue on my end, like through OBS right now. I also don't see it either. Interesting. Yeah. Weird. Because your stream is forced at 1080 and I can't watch it, just freezes for me, but I can hear me? You can hear me? Really? I see. What am I doing here? This way. Pilgrim's Rest. Oh, you're on your phone? That is probably why. It could also be just the Wi-Fi connection between your phone and your internet. But I pulled up my stream on my second monitor here, and I'm also looking at OBS over on this monitor, and I'm not seeing anything like that. I'm also getting no frame drops or anything, so I don't know what's going on. Get up. That's why I'm switching over to my tablet? Okay. Hopefully that'll be much better.
Anything I can do for you?
All right. Yeah. And you know, I've had some people in the past say kind of the same thing.